Each team has won under pressure. Each has demonstrated greatness. But for Michigan and Ohio State, the ultimate success of a season comes down to one game, this game. There will be heroes, and there will be those who would be great. It may come down to the specialty teams play, or maybe an extraordinary effort. Perhaps it'll be the great Keith Byers returning, or Michigan quarterback Jimmy Harbaugh who will decide it. But whatever, whoever steps forward, this will be a game for all time. For this is Ohio State versus Michigan. You need say nothing more.
If you listen closely enough to the Big Horseshoe in Columbus, Ohio, you can hear the revered echoes of Woody Hayes and Archie Griffin. At the Big House in Ann Arbor, Michigan, the indomitable spirit of Bo Schembechler and his loyal gridiron soldiers lives on. The big game rivalry intensifies year by year. Only the names change, like Hoying and Glenn of the Buckeyes. Concentration is at a premium. Ask Eddie George of Ohio State. Meanwhile, Brian Greasy, Michigan's quarterback, hopes that youth will be served. His charges are nimble and quick. And forays into the end zone soon become maize and blue folklore. It all starts with a meticulous sideline game plan. John Cooper, coach of the Buckeyes, is no stranger to the rivalry. The jubilation of last year's Ohio State victory only served to heighten the expectations in this dream season. On the line for the Buckeyes, a trip to football's holy grail, the Rose Bowl, the 50th anniversary, featuring the best of the Big Ten against the best of the Pac-10. Ohio State, Michigan, next.
The piercing cry of the sportscaster, the sound of November Saturdays, calling forth new memories, new history in the big games. All the names and numbers from other seasons tumbling into the renewal of this old rivalry. Each pass, each run, each tackle adding to the fabric. Each note from the old fight song collecting themselves to make you remember the words, to sing the song, to remember when you were 21. Once again, feel the abandon of pure fun for one more afternoon of college football.
When the last glow drifts away from the Big House at Michigan, it's a good time to have a seat and listen. Hear Yost, Kipke, Weissler, and in your mind's eye see the lads who wore the colors. Harmon, who played both ways all the way to a Heisman Trophy and got a standing ovation once at the Horseshoe. And Archie Griffin, the double Heisman man from Ohio State, who had his moments, so many to remember, players and coaches. But there are two coaches who had a special place in this history, Woody and Bo, the salt and pepper of the series. Giants in their profession, their histrionics, legendary. And they could win. This is a remarkable festival annually, whether here or at the Horseshoe. There the great bands fight that team across the field. Show them Ohio's here. Hail to the victors valiant. Hail to the conquering heroes. Today, another bounty of memories, concluding 100 years of Buckeyes and Wolverines.
And Ohio State Buckeyes meet today for the 102nd time. Chad Henne leads the charge for the resurgent Wolverines. And the maize and blue faithful know that a win today keeps their Big Ten title hopes alive. But electrifying playmaker Ted Ginn Jr. has the scarlet and gray playing inspired football. And if they win, a BCS berth is well within reach. It's one of the greatest rivalries in all of sports. Next on ABC.
Wherever you are, whatever you do, this is your game. These are your teams. Their dreams are your dreams. It's that big. The biggest to date. In a rivalry rich in emotions and mythology.
Legends are made in this game.
Bo on one side, Woody on the other.
Charles Woodson had an unbelievable game.
This game was a Heisman for me.
Charles Woodson down the sideline. Touchdown, Michigan!
You're judged at Michigan by what you do against Ohio State.
Rex Kern and Archie Griffin. Desmond Howard pulling the Heisman on.
And today, for the first time in over 100 years, they meet as #1 against #2.
When you talk about rivalries, this is the top.
This is the biggest of them all.
Troy Smith is a heck of a football player.
You got to be born with what number 10 just did.
He has a knack to make things happen.
We got a great defense. We'll see how great a quarterback he is.
That defense is nasty.
Everyone is watching.
That's the season. There is no other game.
Everyone cares.
This is the national championship game.
Everybody's together.
He's just the best of the best. It doesn't get any better.
Everybody's there.
Where else is there to be? Say this will be one for the ages.
So who wins in this one?
This is the biggest game ever.
Everybody.
Scarlet and gray, maize and blue. Every November, the air cools and the leaves fall and the colors mix on a furious palette for an annual prize. It's a game of legends and legacies, history and hostility. Bo, Woody, Archie, Charles, the big house, the horseshoe, dot the I, cue the victors. It's not just game time. It's time for the game.
The football teams of these two neighboring states, Michigan and Ohio, have been engaging in a rivalry that is truly second to none. Woody Hayes, Bo Schembechler on the sidelines. Larry Pearson gets to the 50. He may break this one. What has to be the upset of the century. The final attempt was wide. Ohio State was awarded the trip to the Rose Bowl.
Oh, my goodness. Hello, Heisman. Now we'll fight. Settle down and play football.
Got it from the comeback kid.
It's a rivalry that only takes a few words, and you line up on one side or the other.
It's the Buckeyes against the world, man.
Names and phrases that set off bitter lines of loyalty. Woody and Bo, the 10-year war.
And they're tearing down Michigan's.
The big house, the shoe, Tressel, Carr, Boston, and Woodson. Harmon, Brady, Wheatley, and Howard. Archie, Eddie, Troy, and Zeke. Into the end zone. O-H-I-O.
You trust your brother today, man. You do your job, and he's going to do that.
Hail to the victors.
All them pain, all that sweat, all that grinding. For what? To come out here and ball.
Dwayne, Shea, Meyer, Harbaugh, Wolverines, Buckeyes.
I mean, this is a little sauce right here. Throws in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Words that mean so much to the greatest rivalry in sports. This is the game.